a.k.a. Nick Murda, because I'll be killing it with the truth. Creator and founder of Are You Mad? The podcast for the people. I hope it's not dusty. I found this in the car. This was one of our first merchandises that was produced for us through the world. Creators can support your channel. Okay, introduce them. They can manage block words. Okay, thank you. All right, I think this would have been, this probably would have been nice to know YouTube before I went live, but it's all good. Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Nikki New, aka Nick to the New, aka Nick Murda, because I'll be killing with the truth. I am live for the first time in a long time on YouTube, in these YouTube streets, and it came to my heart today to discuss a few things. Obviously, the topic is single Valentine's Day weekend, and it just, I don't know what it was this morning, but I realized that although Valentine's Day was Friday, it's still kind of like lingering, like the remnants of the weekend is still amongst us, meaning for those of you who probably worked on Friday or was tired, you probably made plans to enjoy the holiday throughout, and that's actually pretty cool. So shout out to you all if you were able to extend that or plan accordingly to enjoy an Eros love. Remember, we discussed the 4 different types of love in my short. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead and check out this short right now on my YouTube channel, where it's 4 types of love. But Eros love is romantic love. So it came to my spirit this morning. I was getting ready for the day, and I got a extra jolt of energy and excitement, and the downloads were downloading. It's like, hey, yeah, it's still Valentine's Day weekend. Oh, are we sad that we didn't have a romantic Valentine? No, not necessarily, because if we think about the lessons that were taught throughout the year prior to, because usually the Valentine will be either somebody you might have just met maybe in the beginning of the year, which it might be something that just kicked off romantically, or someone that you may have known like over the course of the year prior to, and you're kind of bringing in the new year, so to speak, professing your admiration for each other. And so that's kind of so when I actually took a step back to look, I said, as far as Eros love, which is the romantic love, no, not necessarily. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. If you don't know, we are now out of a relationship, which was a long-term relationship. I'm putting air quotes on that because it was a year, but it's still technically kind of long. It was a year, some change, but it was technically long-term, but we learned some lessons from there. So we'll get to that. But there was also some romance after. A little spicy, actually really spicy. And it was so much fun. And it reminded me about not only who it is that I am, but what it is that I bring. See, sometimes we get into hi. Is that yes, mysterious stranger? That is so. So that's why my baby's daddy. But anyway, I love your name, mysterious stranger. But let's go over it. Let's stay on topic because I gotta get to church. All right. But I did do the Uncle Coco Daily. So if you want to check out the Uncle Coco Daily, I'm gonna post it right after this live. But the spirit was upon me to get to y'all. So let me get to it so I can get up out of here. So my Valentine's Day, as far as reflection, was on I still enjoyed. I'm grateful. I'm blessed to be a mother, and every year I always gift my daughter something. You know what I mean? So I gifted her some stuff, and it reminds me of the love that I still have. So granted, it's not romance, and that's okay. You know what I mean? But if you're a parent, the love that you have for your child is, baby, okay? Pour all of your love into these little beings, you understand? So that when they become of age, they have so much love and know that there's love, that they've received love throughout. You are romance. Oh, thank you, Justin. Dustin, appreciate you, baby. Thank you. And let's get to that. We're going to get to that. But for me, my Valentine's Day was maternal. It was motherly love. Oh my God. There's I don't even know how to explain it unless you are a parent and you are involved, and these people are little blessings, but I'm not going to stay too much on that part. But single Valentine's Day is really what y'all here for. So it's okay. Like, it really is okay. Like, I know, I get it. Everybody's got their roses. Everybody's like doing these gestures. But guess what? Either their partners are truly professing true love that they have for them, true passion, or it could be something else that they probably try to mask, but that's not my business. You understand me? Like, that's not for us. Just focus on you. I just did a clip the other day. Valentine's is overrated. You think so? What? Okay, we'll get into that. We'll get into the overrated part. But there is some politics with Valentine's, because as I started to like kind of go down the rabbit hole, the truths are starting to become exposed about who St. Valentine was and what it is that he was doing. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is going based on, I didn't do any real in-depth research. This is based on shorts that I've been watching, and we got to do our fact checks, low key, high key. But according to some, you got me off topic real quick, but it's okay. But according to some shorts that I watched, they saying that St. Valentine was, he was marrying people that weren't supposed to be married, or was marrying soldiers. I think there was a certain war that was going on. I'm assuming Rome. there was some type of war, and they said that the soldiers fought better when they were single. But I think St. Valentine was marrying them like on the low when they weren't supposed to be getting married. And I think that's where the parchment hearts came from, where you give each other hearts and stuff like that, because that was for the soldiers to carry with them to remind them of the love that they have back home. Now, y'all go ahead and do your fact checks, but that's just a little something. That's just a little tea. So I'm all for the love now. And again, love comes in various forms. And speaking of the various forms, shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles, right? And I hope I didn't lose you if you're not a Philadelphia fan, but Fila is, thank you. Fila is brotherly love. And Fila, the love that you have for, the homies, you know what I mean? Like your neighbor, just the next fellow man, like brotherly love. Like, so Fila is dope. So I just wanted to throw that in there. So shout out to the Eagles. So focus, I put in my notes, focus on the other forms of love, which is what I just said right there. Perfect. Motherly love if you're a parent, if you're a dad, paternal, fatherly love for your child. Even if you don't have a romantic interest, don't feel pressure to go out there and try to get some girls, some roses, or just trying to keep up with the hype. Chill. Maybe this is your time to focus on truly looking at and appreciating the love that you already have. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get caught up, What else? Okay, so if we're talking about the other form of love, and agape love for all. That's what God has for us, right? Love for all human beings. So yes, Valentine's, they emphasize the romance, but let's also emphasize just the love in itself. Don't forget that. Don't forget that the love is there, okay? And what is it? Lesson, and I put it there, it wasn't your time. It just wasn't your time. It wasn't your time. Like in my last relationship, it just so happened that like while we were talking, it kind of just like slid into like literally like we were up talking all night to whereas, cause I love the gift, I got the gift of gab. I could talk, y'all. I love to talk. So, and we're talking all night to whereas it kind of went into Valentine's Day. So that was cute. You know what I mean? That was cute. Now, let's get into the lessons that we learned. And it's not just for this one, so I don't want nobody to like, oh my God, she was she was talking about you. No, it's really not that deep. Trust and believe. Okay, because you already know one monkey don't stop the show. Anywho, so lessons that I learned. 1, don't mix business with pleasure. I will beep the horn, but I will bring attention to myself. Do not mix business with pleasure. This is a lesson that I had to learn the hard way. All right. I'm still learning it, but I got it. I'm getting it. Do not mix business with pleasure. And what I mean by mixing business with pleasure, I mean, for example, I'm going to refer back, I had a common interest with the gentleman, and I also already had my business structured, solidified. And what did I do? Oh, you're doing that? I do that too. So let's just blend and without any real formalities and blah, 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 blah. And then now it comes a time where I'm doing things for my business. Now it's a problem. Now it's, oh, I see you go live. I'm a content creator. We're supposed to go live, but that's neither here nor there. Or another example is you are seeing somebody and they offer services that you could actually use. This gets a little touchy. Because I think the conversation needs to be had as far as, all right, we doing this business, right? You know what I mean? We're doing business because now we're going into personal, because business gets real personal, because business is technically personal. But now once we're crossing the line, like we've already probably crossed the line, and now we're mixing business into it, it just gets messy. Because it's like now your heartstrings are being pulled in two different directions. One romantically, and the other one is business. Like, yo, what you want? Yo, we good? Like, you gonna move with integrity? Like, please, you know what I mean? Like, don't hurt me, like, on the business aspect, because things didn't work out romantically. So, rule I learned: don't mix business with pleasure. I gotta wrap this up because I gotta get to service. Y'all already know I'm late. 2, date on your level. Date on your level. Now, I'm not talking about intangible things like, oh, he got a Benz, so I gotta have a Benz too. Like, he own a house, so she gotta own a house too. Not too much, because, you know, that's subjective. When I mean by dating on your level, I'm talking about psychologically. Date somebody. These are lessons that I learned, though. So I'm not just talking to you. This is also for me. So don't think I'm out here. Listen, this ain't the pot calling the kettle black. This is, yo, yeah, that didn't work out, and I did some self-reflecting, and yeah, this could, yeah, let's start applying this. You know what I mean? And let me know if it works for you. But we all learning at the same time. So get it. Just want to put that out there. Ooh, it's porn. Date on your level. So what I mean by date on your level is this: if you are hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a hot girl, all right, don't date some. I know as women we like to kind of date down in the looks department. You get what I'm saying? Because, oh, he's a nice guy. Oh, but are you attracted to that nice guy? Don't. These are just things I learned. These are things I learned because it's gonna come out. It's going to show, because I saw the difference, because I thought at one point, I was like, oh, maybe I'm just getting old. But nah, because the romance that it was hot. And I was like, oh, yeah, nah. So there's a difference. Okay, so if you are, so date someone that you are actually physically attracted to. Okay? I was talking to my daughter earlier today. She got a mouthful already. You, if I'm her mom, I'm dropping gems on her. So she probably be like, oh my God, mom, like whatever. But oh well, I hope it sticks. Point was this: I was teaching her about choosing her friends, kind of similar to how we're choosing our romantic partners. And I was kind of having a conversation to her about, how we carry ourselves, right? Now, as you can see, as I'm dressed here, right? She had a crew neck shirt on, and her crew neck shirt was like hanging down below the collar. And I'm like, girl, please, you're looking hungry right now. Are you hungry? No. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to not look like you're hungry, right? It was like a running joke, but like carry yourself the way I'm not saying do everything mommy does, but well, you know what I mean? Like, just think, like, not like, it's almost like a what would Jesus do kind of moment. Like, what would mommy do? Like, and not just what would mommy do, but what would the other woman in your life do? Like, will you see the other woman in your life dressing this way? And if you don't see the other woman in your life dressing this way, don't think that it's okay. Now, when you get older, do you, boo-boo. But know that I am teaching you the foundational skills to carry with you. So the point that I was making there was about choosing your friends that have similar interests and similar values. For example, I'm mindful. I consider myself, I would call myself a mindful coach, so to speak, because I'm going to coach you as I'm also, pushing right along, right next to you. I'm not telling you, follow me. I'm just saying, like, yo, do it with me. You get what I mean? So the point that I'm making is I'm trying to tread lightly on this, but this is very important. If you know you're somebody that's into health and fitness, one more time. If you know that you're someone that is into health and fitness, it's probably not wise to date someone who is not into their health and fitness. Okay? That's another value system, because what's going to happen? You're going to start taking on those negative, you understand, or those unhealthy habits. Now, I don't want to call them negative. You're going to start adapting to those unhealthy habits that don't what? Align. They don't align with your lifestyle. So why are you forcing yourself in this box? Why? For what? For what? Just to say you got a man, or just to say you got a woman? But what's happening is that you're slowly killing yourself on the inside. Like you know what I mean? Like you're now what they call dimming your light. All right? So date on your level. Psychologically, be willing to grow. If you're dating someone who's not willing to grow or self-reflect, you are going to run into walls, because as you're willing and able to do the internal work, look within, what is it that I can correct within myself. But if you're with someone who's I'm good the way I am, what you mean? That's you. Whoa. You're going to keep running to a wall, because guess what? We're constantly learning every day. Every day we're learning something about ourselves in some way. All right? So if you're dealing with someone who's kind of like a lump on the wall, and you know that you are thriving and pushing for progression and just being the best version of yourself, and you're dealing with someone who's perfectly content, you're going to get to an area where it's just going to not work out. Either if you're in a relationship, you're going to break up. If you're married, you're going to get divorced. I've seen it. I'm not just talking just to talk. Real life, okay? We're going to start talking about the things that the people that I've worked with, all right? And how they have started to do those self-reflections and started to see where the road, where we started to miss the mark. Because I think what happens is we get so caught up in I don't want to be alone, or I don't want to be by myself, or I don't want to. Nah, baby, that's God or universe, whatever you believe in, higher powers, spiritual, the creator, letting you know, this ain't that, shorty. This ain't that. All right. So that's number 2. Was there number 3? Date on your level. And also, that's it. Shared values. All right. So I think that's basically it. I don't know. I was torn in between. Now, this has nothing to do with dating single, but I wanted to put it out there because I have to start putting these things out there and communicating more. My church is having a mission trip to go to Ghana. And if you guys know, that's where I'm a first generation. That's where my parents are from. And if you don't know my story, go ahead and listen to the podcast, streaming on all major podcast platforms. And if you didn't get the intro, by the way, my name is Nicole, aka Nikki New, aka Nick to the New, aka Nick Murder, because I be killing them with the truth. And I'm the creator and founder of Are You Mad? The podcast for the people. If you want to know more about it, you may have to go to Spotify, iHeartRadio, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast to get that, because I really gotta go. So my trip is having a mission trip. They told us to, because honestly, we on the grind. As you can see, we're constantly on the grind, and we're literally building up. And I don't have it right now to just go with them to Ghana. However, they did say we should put it out there. So if you guys want to support your spiritual sister, spiritual mother, spiritual cousin, whatever you want to call me, but let's keep God in it, you know what I'm saying? Because this ain't that, like, this ain't no sugar daddy, nothing, or sugar mama, nothing. This is all because the grace of the Lord, you've been touched in your heart to say, you know what, I want to help this woman. That's all that is. Okay, which will also be a tax write-off. But you can send it to my PayPal. I'll put the link on my page, and I'll notify you guys when I do. But you can send a PayPal if you want to donate to the mission trip, because I do want to go to Ghana. And that's why I said I'm torn, because I actually have to go to Ghana to, one, go see Uncle Coco, and go see my elders, and because I haven't been back since my mom or our parents passed away. So it'll be really nice. So that's why I said I'm torn. So I don't know if I want to. So whatever it is, either if it comes in time for me to go on a trip, cool. But if not, that's fine. I'll use it to actually just go, or I'll just add it onto something, or maybe you guys can come at it next. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But I have to put it out there because I have to do better in expressing my needs. Okay, and that's something that I'm working on within, and being verbal about it. But that's that. So that's that Ghana trip. So if you wanted this, I have a PayPal. And I wanted to discuss, I know it's Valentine's Day, and I'm wearing I love this. This is a mauve. I love a soft pink. I love a blush pink. It's like the little girl in me just kind of gets warm on the inside. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also wearing this color here, which is also my nails. And this color was inspired by my nails because it's the month of February, and the stone for the month of February is amethyst. So let me close this out with a little spiritual. The purple suits you. Thank you very much, Dustin. Hey, I appreciate you. You're in the comments commenting. Thank you for keeping the engagement going. So I wanted to go over the spiritual components of the stone amethyst, and what it is believed to represent. So let's close out here. All right. So amethyst, the purpose of amethyst is to promote clarity of mind. And here at Are You Mad? We are balancing our minds, our bodies, and our souls in a practical way that suits our lifestyle, okay? So if we need a clear mind, I believe in color psychology too. Yes. So it promotes clarity of mind. It enhances intuition. For those of you who have your stones. See, I'm a woman of God. I believe in Jesus Christ who died for our sins, but I also believe that he is the creator of the universe and all that it encompasses. So if there are components within nature that promotes more light and more love, I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? So I hope I ain't lose you there, but I'm just keeping it milli. So I'm very open as far as spirituality is concerned, and not too open, because I found out some folks, they're like, oh, you into it? Then they start with their little heavy stuff, and I'm like, no, not like that. It's a personal journey. It's a personal journey. What's in my heart may not be in yours, so you don't know what I'm looking at when I'm looking at it and what I'm receiving. Okay, continue. Enhances intuition. So there we go. So if you need that intuition, maybe get that color amethyst around you. Get that around you. It also fosters deeper connection to the spiritual realm. See, I've always been a curious child. I've always asked questions. I've always defied. I don't want to say defied, because that's disrespectful, but I always kind of like push the boundaries, so to speak, when it came to the adults. I always challenged the adults, always challenged my teachers, because you're not just going to tell me anything and say because I said so. Please, I need more understanding. So I've always been naturally inquisitive, naturally inclined to find out more. Okay, so foster deep connection to the spiritual realm is one, and is also associated with the crown and third eye chakra. You ever hear Dr. Umar, when a woman are like they're being like a little spicy with him, meaning like hitting on him or flirting with him, and he'll tell you, no, sister, that's lower chakras. That's lower chakras. So amethyst is actually the higher chakras, the crown chakra in your third eye. Okay, and lastly, and I'm gonna close out. Purple symbolizes purity of spirit, and is believed to bring peace and balance to emotions. So I hope this message today did something for you. Thank you for joining my live. I was energized, as Kanye likes to say, in my spirit. I'm a giver. Do what I can do. Make certain people happy. Bless you. Bless you. And make sure you're always giving from your heart, right? Don't give to receive, but give because, something within you. Don't give to also be taken advantage of either, though. Please. Okay. Just want to, from one giver to the next giver, please. Okay? Because cats will be like, thank you. Psh, snatch it, swipe it, no swipe it. But make sure, you give from your heart. And make sure when you give, you don't, give to look back. Give. You know what I'm saying? But I'll give you my stuff. It's Are You Mad? PayPal, but I'll put that in the link. But if you follow me or if you're subscribed to my channel, I'll put it in my community notification. Okay? Because I really gotta go and I'm like really late for service. All right, so I'm gonna just read the daily bread. Get your daily bread and let's get to it. All right, so it says Sunday, February 16th. In everything, do to others what you have them do to you. Not the golden rule. It's giving, you know what time it is, okay? And that's Matthew chapter 7, verse 12. Reflecting God's mercy. Finnish soldier in the 3-month winter war with Russia in 1939 to 1940 lay wounded on the battlefield. A Russian soldier walked his way, pointing his rifle. The Finn was certain he'd met his end. However, the Russian handed him a medic kit, then kept moving. Remarkably, the Finn later found himself in a similar situation only the roles were reversed. A Russian soldier lay wounded and helpless on the battlefield. The Finn handed him medical supplies and walked on. Jesus gave us a central, guiding principle for our lives. In everything, do to others what you would have them do to you. Matthew chapter 7, verse 12. Can you imagine how different our world would be if believers kept this one simple principle? Can we calculate how much oppression would end if we collectively obeyed Jesus' wisdom? If only, as he guides us, we would give others the same compassion and mercy we'd hope to receive ourselves. As we give good gifts, air quotes on that, to others, we reflect the heart of our Father in heaven, who gives good gifts to those he loves. Verse 11. It's vital that we see others as not merely enemies or strangers or people with whom we compete for resources or opportunities. Instead, we should see their need for mercy and kindness, just as we need it. As we do, our posture and perspective will change. Then, as God provides, we can freely offer them the love he's freely offered to us. Hey, look at that. All right, so they always have a little question, a little reflect moment. Why is it vital to treat others the way you'd like to be treated? How can Jesus help you? All right, so that's the Deli Bread. Y'all can get this everywhere. Deli Bread. I don't get promoted, or I don't receive any promotion to read the Deli Bread, but I know that the Deli Bread helps me. It's another form of devotion which I love. You can get it at the church, you can get it at the library, you can just get it online. Just like little words of encouragement to remind us how to kind of stay on the road less traveled. All right, I'm gonna head out because I'm really late. My name's Nicole, aka Nick New, aka Nick to the New, aka Nick Murder, creative founder of Are You Mad? The podcast for the people. Be sure to tap into me. I got like over 100 episodes streaming everywhere. Y'all know what time it is. All right, so I'm out. Be blessed. Okay, we close out.